How's it going, tubers? Long time no talk again. And yeah, I just want to start on this new video. I bought a 27-foot round solar cover for my pool, and now the thing is where do you put it when you want it off the pool without draping it over the sides and ripping it and all of that. So now I could go out and spend, $400 on a hose reel that would, that would work just fine. But that's not like me. I like to build stuff myself. So I've been working on some ideas over the last couple of weeks, and I'm finally going to put it together. So I'll walk you guys all through what I'm going to do. I'm using 3-inch ABS, which I need 26 feet, and I can only get them in 12-foot lengths. So I got to add on to the ends, which works okay to keep everything realigned. You'll see later on. Bought all the parts for that, and what I'm using is some old roller skates for the wheels and bearings and all of that, and then a bunch of pulleys that I'm going to use to make this thing turn using a cordless drill to wind it in instead of having to wind it in by hand. And yeah, so we'll kind of go through the steps on what I'm going to do, and yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, I got the two boards mounted. I've got one here and one across over on the other side, and I've got the wheels, show you here, kind of just screwed into the top with the proper spacing in between, and a board supporting it all the way down to the ground. Now I'll show you what I'm working on over here now. Here is the pulley system. This is what I came up with. Take you kind of through the steps here quick, just in case you want to do this for yourself. So let me set this down. Okay, so first you have, this is a 5/8 nut and bolt and two big washers. Let's take it apart here. So you got your big washer. This is from a clothesline reel. Then another washer, and then there's, if I can get it apart. Then you have one that goes into the end of the 3-inch pipe, just like so. Then it takes this piece here, which has got like a threaded piece here, which I'm not using the actual threads. Then the bolt goes through the back, just like so. This goes into the end, like so. Your washer, pulley, washer, and nut. And there you go. That's the end pulley for the reel. So the rest of the pulley system I still have to put together, and we'll kind of go from there. So next thing is to join these pipes together. This is 3-inch ABS pipe, so I've got to glue it all together, get it as straight as I can. Now keep in mind, there is other pipe that would probably be better for this, but I haven't been able to find any yet, and for a reasonable cost. This is going to have some flex, it is going to bend some, but there's nothing I can really do about that, and nor am I going to really worry about that. It's not going to hurt anything. I'll leave a little bit extra on the wheels, or on the length of the pipe, to allow for a little bit of sag, and I'll have it all supported so that it shouldn't sag too bad at all. So anyways, I'm going to join these two pieces together with some glue, and then we'll go on to the next part. So we'll be right back. Okay, so what I've done now is I've got my pipe all joined together, and 24 feet long. So what I've done to make this pipe, obviously this pipe by itself will sag, quite a bit. So what I've done is I've drilled holes every foot, or every 10 inches all the way along, and I filled it with rigid foam insulation. So you spray that in. Now you can see it all oozing out all the tops of the holes. I'll go around, scrape all that off, and that will make this pipe a lot more rigid, and minus any more weight added. Well, very minimum weight added. So yeah, so I've got to wait for this to dry, and then I can start working on the pulley system. So we'll be back here shortly. Okay guys, It's been quite the challenge to get this all to work, and I ended up having to shorten the pipe. PVC, even when it's fully loaded with the foam, still is not rigid enough at 25 feet, which in most pools that's fine because usually they're not that long. But this whole project would have been easier if I was able to locate a pipe that was stronger than this PVC. But anyways, I got it shortened down now. Now it's 18 feet long, and I'm gonna have to fold the covers in on both ends, like 3 feet or whatever, just so that it can overlap and start being wound up. But I still have a few more things to do. I'll show you the pulley system that I did. And so what I've done here is, this is the main pulley up here. I showed you that earlier. I Loctite all of this all together. You could use epoxy or whatever. Now these wheels are going to be changed out tomorrow to rollerblade wheels, just single, so one here and one on the other side. Because these have four, it's making it track back and forth because there's movement in them. So I'm just going to get rid of the 4 wheels and go with 2 bigger rollerblade wheels, and that should work a lot better. So anyways, it goes down here, goes around this pulley, and this pulley is attached to this big pulley. This big pulley goes down to here, and I got my tensioner, one on here and one in behind here to tighten or to keep tension on the belts. For this one, I welded a socket onto a pulley, and then I have one of these things that fit inside a drill. So I put, this fits inside there, I screw my drill on there, and if I can stand far enough back and turn it with my hand. But as you can see, everything turns and all the way up there, and it's really easy to do with my hand. But I need to get the new wheels put on tomorrow, and I'll continue this video. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, well, that was a task and a half, guys and girls. I ended up trying about 10 different things, but now I'm at my final product for now, until I can come across either a long aluminum tube, like from an old reel, or like sewer pipe, you know, something about this size. And but for now, this is working great. I'll kind of take you through a little run through of what I did. I'm using rollerblade wheels, so I just cut. I had some old rollerblades. These have ABAC 4 or 5 bearings, 5, and so I just took them, mounted with the bracket that they're already in into the side of the wood. I've got this strap running up over top just to hold, you know, this from bouncing or ever coming off. I don't think it would, but regardless, it's still up there just to give extra security. So then I used a seal on the end of the pipe, and then this is a wheel from clothesline that I had kicking around with a 5/8 belt, down to a pulley that I had, which is larger to a smaller pulley. It's from an old lawnmower. So this worked great for stepping it down for me. Then it goes down on another 5/8 belt down to a pulley with the sprocket, and I've got just a cheater bar on here now, but you can hook a drill to it. I just found with the kids they can help roll it up, and because mine's around, once I get up to the edge of the pipe here, I have to fold in the 2 sides of the pool, like the cover, into the center, and then keep rolling up. But I can kind of show you here if I step back, and so I'll kind of show you the mechanism here. So as I turn all of this, it slowly spins this, and I cross the belts just to keep the tension, and it's not spinning fast, so it's never going to wear it enough to worry about it. So as I turn, I have all the belts hooked to the actual cover, and I just keep winding, and away we go, and it winds up there just lovely. So like I said, I let it come up to the wheel over here on this side, just so it stays nice and tight, and then I get on a ladder and I fold that cover over, Once I can find maybe a longer bar, then I can move these out a little bit further out to the corner of the pool and get and just do it without having to fold the sides in. But honestly, it's really not a big deal. It takes 5 minutes to fold this up, and it works quite well. So yeah, so if you want to take any of these ideas and try to build your own, this one cost under $100 for me to make, and to buy one that was $4.90 plus shipping. It was a lot of money. So I saved myself hundreds of dollars doing it myself, and it was a really fun project. It's really fun to get to work with pulleys and stuff like that, and stepping it down, and because now I can turn this down at the bottom here with 2 fingers very easily, and it'll turn that no problem. So yeah, so if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask, and I appreciate everybody checking out my videos, and I do again apologize for the lack of videos lately. I've just been so swamped with work, but there'll be some really cool videos coming up this summer. We'll do an update on my gardens here really shortly. I'll show you some tips and tricks that I've done over the years in my vegetable garden, and they really do work. So, alright everybody, we'll talk to you soon. Please remember to subscribe, and as always, if you give this video a thumbs up, it would be greatly appreciated. Have a great day.